got a FOAMPOSITE season! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, I'm doing a review. Hello? Welcome, cool cats and doggies, to another episode of FiqNSneaks. Today we'll be going over the Nike Air FOAMPOSITE 1, the Doernbecher joints, by Miss Miller. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell to catch all the content we have on this channel. Yeah, I'm hyped. At the end of the video, make sure you leave a comment below if you bang with it. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. And make sure to check me on all social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok. I'm out here. And I'm hyped. But let's hop into the review of this nice clean shoe. Yee. Now we start off with the box. Doernbecher box. And it's a FOAMPOSITE. Yo. I'm hyped. If you can see right here, a Doernbecher box, freestyle. No, I'm talking about the baby blue. Look, you know how all y'all people are like hyped up with this Tiffany Air Force Ones, which is just straight booty cheeks. Alamo's the most simple, Air Force out there. Yeah, I wanted them. I didn't get. I'm not salty. I'm just talking about it. They're like, oh, the box is teal. Yeah, it's the same color as this box. Come on. Size 13, big feet gang, salute. Hyper Royal yellow strike. You dig?
FOAMPOSITE season 2023.
Told him I wanted them up.
FiqNSneaks gotta cop them up. Yeah, I gotta get myself a Pokeball. Yeah, cop them. Cause I'm out here. This shoe is made by, I want to make sure I get their name right. I believe it's Coley Miller. And she is someone who is part of the Doernbecher program. And she made her own sneaker. Opening up the shoebox. Freestyle paper. After you get past that paper. And before we close the shoe box, a little profile of Collie right there. I hope it's Collie. I'll call her Miss Miller. Hey, Miss Miller. In front of me is a FOAMPOSITE. It's a FOAMPOSITE 1. That means there's no check on your lateral side. This is made after Miss Miller. She is a survivor from a kidney transplant from her mother. And Nike allowed her to make her own FOAMPOSITE this year. That's what's in front of me, voila. And there's mad inspirations about her heritage that's on this FOAMPOSITE. So I am going to talk about it. Majority of the upper of this FOAMPOSITE comes in this shell-like material. It is what I call FOAMPOSITE material, where the more you wear it, it gets snug, it gets hot the first couple times you wear it because it molds to your feet, and then after that, it's like truly yours. You dig? This comes in a starry sky inspiration because that's something that she wanted to incorporate, being from Oregon and being Native American. Being a Klamath Native American, she gave you more details right here in white that represents some of her heritage. You have a quail plum, which is a little feather that's on top of a quail that's supposed to attract mates, as well as some mountains drawn right here that you would typically get in either the southwest of Oregon or the northwest of California. And that is all the royal blue that you see around that white piping. On the back of your heel, you have this yellow half cent with a royal blue outline, which is Penny Hardaway's logo because this is his shoe. Ms. Miller has inspiration for basketball, so on your tongue pull tab as well as your heel tab, you have royal blue for the color, but you have little basketball emojis all over it. Those same basketballs could be seen on the insole of your sneaker, but there's more details on that insole. You see an all-white Nike swoosh as well as Collie written right there in white. And then one insole says, just do it in yellow. And then the other one says the same thing, but in their native language. To add more yellow detailing for the half cent that you have on the back of your shoe, you also have some yellow for your sock liner as well as some yellow on your tongue. The other color on your tongue and sock liner is royal blue. Now, if you look at parts of that tongue, or in the middle of that tongue, you actually see that it says her name right there, Collie. I never really considered a FOAMPOSITE having a midsole, but I guess it has one. And I usually just categorize that where the carbon shake plate starts on your shoe. The same carbon shake plate that you get on Air Jordan 11s, 12s, 13s, and 14s. Definitely no 11, 12s, and 14s. But this one's checkered and it comes in black and blue, or black and navy. Let's go with navy. And the reason why I say navy is because you have this semi-translucent outsole that's also colored navy, but there's more detailing here that we gotta talk about. Something that I think is super awesome. So one right here, you see Just Do It in yellow, right? And then you see the half cent again in yellow. But this is supposed to be Miss Miller's handwriting. And then right here, it says, I'm gonna butcher this, I'm sorry, Homaski, which also means just do it in her native language. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming, but if you're not, you should know my affinity for Foamposite SZN. To get something that almost feels like it started off with the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Royal, which is like the staple of OG Foamposite, and then to give it, allow someone young to make a take on it and for it to be so nice is like, it's just like amazing to me. Like, I'm so happy Foamposites are coming out this year, and I think this is a great way to start out the party because I plan on having multiple pairs. And I think she did her thing with here. Like shout outs to her for being creative with the sneaker as well as being courageous and surviving a kidney transplant. Yo, that's beyond courageous. Like, as a young person, that's crazy. I don't even think the funk. I'm just like kind of, I'm just going off the script. But let's hop into according to my calculations to get down to the nitty gritty, as well as one more fantastic detail. These shoes came out February 25th at a price point of $250. And executive producer hit on the sneakers app, but she hasn't done any fabric. I've been hitting everything. So that was nice because she tried for me. She could have tried for herself, but she tried for me. And I have a pair, right? And I'm beyond happy, yo. Like, Foamposite season. They're currently going for $290 to $310 for the size 13. Obviously, always the size 13, right? Going for the most, $310. I know some people are like, Foamposites, $250. Oh, what? Foamposites cost that price for me 6-7 years ago. I've always taken issue with Jordan collabs with lesser stories or materials costing the same amount. The reason why this costs so much is it takes a lot to use these materials. Like those Comme des Garçons Foamposites we got last year, that was $525. That was ridiculous, but at the same time, I know that at least a normal Foamposite starts off at $230, $240, so it made some sense to me. Like I said one more time, my qualms are with Adidas costing $300 or New Balances costing the same. I would definitely pay $310 for this. If I didn't hit for this, I would have paid $310 for it. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I think all the details in the shoe is just absolutely phenomenal. From the starry skies to the mountain inspiration from Oregon and California to the quill plum or the plume, I don't know how to pronounce that, but just being able to let her use part of her Native American heritage on a sneaker that I love, that also is reminiscent of a Nike Air Foamposite 1 Royal, which is like the OG of Foamposites, I think is amazing. Add on that, you know, she loves basketball and I love basketball as well, and that's thrown on the shoe too. It's just like absolutely fire. But if y'all didn't know, this shoe has one last secret thing in terms of like details, and that's this all white right here for like your piping around your shoe turns yellow in the sun, so then it matches the yellow you get on part of your sock liner as well as your tongue. And I have said on the back end, like changing color sneakers, I know we've been doing a lot of like repetitive things out here, but I don't know the last changed color sneaker that I liked. I think a lot of things has been like distressed or ripping shoes off to make the lower panel look different. The shoe changes colors. How are people not hyping this sneaker up? I think that's absolutely dope. Let me get some changing color shoes. It reminds me of like old school eggplant Foamposites or something where you turned it in, sometimes it was purple and sometimes you thought it was maybe green. If I was giving this a grade, and this is no hype, to me, this is a 10. It's a Foamposite. It's Foamposite season 2023. We are out here, and look at all the inspiration and thought that was taken care into this shoe. Like, this is a 10 for me, and I hope it's just the beginning of the party from Foamposites for 2023. And they came out with a bunch of shoes for 2023, right, for the Doernbecher project, and I do think this is my favorite outside of the Air Jordan 1 Low, but I know everyone's going to flock to the AJ1 Low just because they're Air Jordans. So this is the one that takes the cake for me. German chocolate cake, probably, because that's one of my favorite cakes. cheesecake. But like I said, let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about these. Until the next video, I'm going to holler at y'all. Hopefully with more foam pods on the way. Bye-bye. They have a different, distinct smell too. Like this smells like marker. Like, you know, in school when you're bored, you just sniff the Sharpie. These smell good.
Bye-bye.
Y'all think I butchered that?